myth because it creates a false perception of what happiness can be. And a lot of people try to display their absolute best on social media, and we don't really get to see what goes on behind the scenes with a lot of these people, because what we want to portray on social media is we want to portray the best parts and the best sides of ourselves, and we want other people to see that we are a certain way, and we want to create a myth, you can say, like the chapter talked about how we live our lives. A lot of the time, you can see people on social media and they have many followers. They have over 300 or 400, maybe sometimes more people. And a lot of people in society today, especially college students, brag about how many followers they have, how many friends they have. But a myth about social media is how many of those followers are your closest friends? How many of those people and how many of those followers do you actually how many of those people do you actually connect with and have a dialogue with and meet face to face? Now that we are in a pandemic, it has been a little bit more difficult because we have been recommended to stay inside as much as we can and only go out for necessities. So when we have so much time and we are quarantined, it is more natural to spend more time on social media and try to find and draw our social connections that way. But the myths of social media, I think a lot of the time can be negative, because people will go on someone's profile and they will see, oh, they have so many followers, they have so many likes, so this person must be popular, they must be cool, they are probably a very nice and popular individual. And I think social media has created this false perception of people wanting more of a following to become popular. And my parents raised me in a way that they wanted me to have close connections and lasting connections with people. And social media in that way can be a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Excuse me. It can be a little bit misleading, because you can have a ton of followers, you can be popular, you can have so many likes, but most of those people that like your post, or in most instances, you are never going to meet or be around. It's just a lot of the times the myths that come from social media is that we want recognition from other people. And I think that need for recognition in society is something that has driven social media to become so popular, and we have been able to display our political opinions. And I have seen so many things, especially now in America, where it's been so turbulent and so there's so many opinions out there, and everyone is so opinionated. And I think social media can kind of alienate people from each other because of political opinions and because of things that we display online, because we think that is what that person is all about. And one person can have a political opinion, but you can still have a friendship with them, and you can still connect with them in a positive way. So I think social media in a lot of ways have made us draw closer to the groups that we feel like we are a part of, which in a way can be negative, and also positive, because it creates bonds, but it also can alienate other people, which you do not feel like have the same opinions, which is not a positive thing in society. So for me, this activity was very good, because I've tried to be more aware when I have so much time, and when I'm traveling, and when I am trying to pursue a college education, is that I like to stay in touch with my family and maintain those relationships. So for me, as a college student, living away from my family, it has been very positive with social media, because I've been able to stay in touch and see what people are doing online. People post. We have family pages. So a myth also can be that social media is only negative, and it is not, because it can be a very good way of staying in touch with your family and friends, and drawing people closer from all over the world. The world is more connected than it has ever been, and that is a very positive thing. but we need to use it in an appropriate manner and display our genuine sides, because I think that society is displaying less and less of their genuine selves. So for me, this activity was really cool, and I want to continue to use it in a positive way and kind of forget about all those myths and things that make it non-positive.